This means call. Now, let's see the challenges that we face. So, for this one for you. So, the first challenge is emotional feelings. Yes, emotional feeling. Sometimes, when you are called to be a religious leader, the most painful aspect of it is that you miss home, especially our brothers and sisters who left their parents and then are now in other countries in order to serve the people of God. So when this happening, they sometimes become sad, and also their families as well, just because they miss home. Now, the second point is conflict between parents and their children. For instance, if you are the only child of your parents, and then the call came in as to respond to a certain vocation, then maybe your parents may decide that no, you are the only one that we have, so we cannot allow you to go and respond to any other call. So when this happens, then it becomes a conflict between you and then your parents. Sometimes they can even give you an option, either to leave home or to stay. Yes. And then the third point is non-Catholic parents. Yes, as we've been hearing, one of the inputs says even our priests, some of them, their parents are not Catholic. So it became a challenge for them to responding to the call to the priesthood. Now, let's look at the opportunities. So, of being or of responding to a vocation call. Now, traveling out border. Exactly. So, if you are called to a certain vocation like our brothers, that means maybe some of us have not been to any other country before. So you get this opportunity to travel outside. Those our priests and sisters who are outside teaching the word of God, it became an opportunity for them to know many places. So if you respond to this, then you have the opportunity to what? To know other than places. So at this point, I'll hand over to my
I'm in a person of princess. When it comes to opportunity, you get to know the doctrine of the church. And through this, you get to know more, learn more, and be dedicated to the church. So we come to the next question, which is how to.
So let's give it up for group 10. Let's give it up for group 10.
Oh, we are not done. We are not done. We are not done.
So group 10, we are grateful. We see your intention. We see your input. You may resume your seat. Clap for them. Clap for them. Clap for them. Clap for them. Let's clap for them. We are not. At this point, I want to ask from priests and sisters if they have any input to make concerning the reports that have been given. What their impressions are about the reports that have been given so far.
Jesus. Jesus. We are all sitting at the back there. And I think, clap for yourselves. Clap for yourselves. You've done a very good job. This is telling us that in fact, there is still hope for the church. Your presentation, everything was perfect. It means everything that went on here, you were listening and you were paying attention to everything. So what you have learned here, when you go back home, those who don't understand, you don't keep it to yourself. Explain. I know most of you, you attend non-Catholic schools. Those of you in other private institutions, where you mention Catholic Church and they want to swallow you. If you know, you understand. If you open your mouth and say, hey, me, I want to be Catholic priest. Hey, then they want to swallow you. Everybody wants to come and pounce on you and beat you like what they wanted to do to Jesus. You should stand on your ground and explain things to them so that those who don't understand, you win them for Catholic Church, okay? Some people, they are not in the Catholic Church, so they don't know what they are missing. It's just like some of the people who don't eat fufu. They say, I don't eat fufu. They don't know what they are missing. Fufu is good, yes. So when you go out, all that you have come to learn here, what you have heard with your discussions, the outcome of your discussions from your various groups, don't keep it to yourself. Share with those who did not come here. And when you go to school and somebody is challenging your faith, explain to them. If somebody asks you anything and you don't understand, tell the person that you wait. This one you are asking, let me go. I will go and ask and come and tell you. Go to your parish priest. Go to the reverend sister closer to you. Go to the reverend brother closer to you. Even if you don't have father there, catechists are there. Ask. Even if it is your parents, ask them. When you get the understanding, go and call them. Charlie, the other time you asked me a question, come now, I have gone to learn more. School the person, okay? God bless you for the good work that you've done. Aiko.
Youth. Catholic youth. Yes, so what I'm going to say is not different from what Sister Francisca said. Just to commend you for your hard work. Clap for yourselves. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yes. So, I wouldn't want to repeat what she said. All I just want to encourage you to do is, when you get back, okay? When you get back, do not forget what you came here and learned. 2024, okay? It can even take 10 years. Do not forget. Even if you want to venture into the marriage life, just share these ideas with your friends. When you get back, give a report to your parents. Give a report to your parish priest. Those who couldn't come here and all those you think it will be beneficial to them. Share your ideas with them, okay? Well done.
Oh, do it better for sister. So since you have done well with the report, do it better for yourself. This observation I made. You have 10 groups, and the groups have names. The group work you've done, the presentation that you have given to us, we have a computer in one of the offices there. You type it nicely, and we'll make sure that we publish them on our social media platforms with your group names. And then, now, in addition to that, we also want you to know the saints that have been given to your groups. So that means that you would have to work on the saint. So group 1, you Saint Joan of Arc, right? It's what? Group what? Group 1 is what? Charles Luanga. Okay, so group 1, Charles Luanga. And then group 2, St. Thomas Aquinas. So you have to read about them, and then you give us something brief. Okay, not more than 20 lines. Something brief about the saints. So know about them and share the saints with your group. Group 3 of Lisieux. Okay, Saint Teresa of Lisieux. So you read about her, and then you give us something brief about her also. Group 4, Saint Joan of Arc. Okay, so you read about Saint Joan of Arc, and then you write something small about Saint Joan of Arc. We'll publish it. And then group 5, Saint Maria Goretti. Okay, so you read about her, and then you write something about her. We'll publish that one also. Group 6, Saint Carlo Acutis. So he has not yet been made a saint, but he is all over, and he is one of the current, if you like, saint to be canonized. But you have to read about him. He has a lot to offer us when it comes to the social media. And so Carlo Acutis, group 6, right? So read about him. Then group 7, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. So read about Saint Aloysius Gonzaga. Then group 8, Saint John Bosco. So you read about him also. Group 9, Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis of Assisi. And then group 10, Saint Kizito. Saint Kizito. Clap for yourselves. So read about the saints, and then you type your report, and we'll publish it nicely on our social media platforms, so that your brothers and sisters who couldn't join us here will also learn from you. Thank you, and God bless you all. So I'm to give you an icebreaker. Let's be on our feet. You look sleepy. So after this, our dear sisters will come and tell us their story. So yesterday, the fathers told us about their story. So the sisters will also come and tell us about their story. So now let's. Hello, are you with me? Jesus. 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 Okay. Now, you see mosquitoes around, don't you? Are they plenty? Okay. So, since there are plenty and they are uncountable, I want us to kill all the mosquitoes. But trust me, the mosquitoes here, they don't give malaria. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have prayed over them, so they don't give malaria. When you leave here, you won't get malaria, please. But let's try to kill the mosquitoes in the hall. Okay. Now wait. Now the mosquitoes, what sound do they make? So you go searching for the mosquito. You are going to look for them. So ready, go. Now listen to me. When I say catch them, you catch them like this, okay? And then when I say kill them, kill them, kill them, kill them. So let's start. Do. Hey, you are not doing it. Catch them. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Good. We have killed all the mosquitoes. Now sit down. Clap for yourselves.
Amen. Jesus. So, as stated by Father Alphonse, this evening is the turn of our sisters to share with us their vocation stories. So, without wasting much time, I would like to humbly welcome all the sisters to come and take their seat. Let's welcome them with a round of applause. Oh, let's keep clapping as they come. Let's clap, let's clap. Let's keep clapping.
Hello. This reminds me of when I was a formator in the convent. Oh, sisters, you were not there. In the 1780s. Okay. So, just like yesterday, sisters, we want to know your names. We want to know your names. Yes. So it should be brief. Brief. Short. Your name, your congregation, why you joined, and what is keeping you in. What is keeping you in? Your name, your congregation, why you joined, and what is keeping you in. I hope this is very short, brief, sharp, like how they killed Jesus. So I would like to start from so that the mic can get to me fast. So thank you very much for accepting. Where's the big ones? Okay, so
good evening, learners. How are you? Okay. So we are come to tell you our story. My name is Sister Augustina Penny Fosia Entry. And I am Sister Augustina Accra Fosia Entry. So which means we are twins. Okay. And the two of us are sisters. This is our story. When we were young like you, we met some sisters, a group of sisters. There were 11 sisters. All of them, 10 of them were Nigerians, and then one is a Ghanaian. So we know nothing about sisters. So as they introduced themselves to us, during the introduction, we realized that we have only one sister who is a Ghanaian. So we decided to become sisters so that we can be with our sister, so that we can be 3 Ghanaian sisters in Ghana. That is what we know. So that is how we become sisters. So now with our sister, we are with our sister and we are 3 now. Now we have Ghanaian sisters here. So you can also come and join us so that we can be more sisters. We joined the AD house. because we were Accra here and they were the first sisters we saw. Thank you.
Youth. Isam Sufaya Kolaitkondia. Me, I didn't see any sister. I was just conversing with a classmate of mine, and it just came out that I would like to be a sister. That's all.
I am Sister Mary Jennifer Makeolandi V. For me, I got my vocation through a dreams. As some people will say, because of their habits, that's why they joined the congregation. For me, no. I decided to dedicate my life to serve God.
Youth. 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 Catholic youth. Okay, so my name is Sister Mary Samuela Patience Kuntala. I would like to share my vocation story. So this is how I got my vocation. We used to have sisters in our parish at Nima, St. Kizito. By then I was schooling. I was a student there. So I used to go to them when school is on vacation or when school is in session, and then we go for break. I go there to see how they do their things. So it was through them I realized that the way they do things together and then their prayer life, so it inspires me a lot, and then through that I became a sister. So that's it.
Youth. Okay, so Sister Felicity Amikia. Yes. And like my sister said, Atta and Kakra, I'm also a twin. Yes. Hello. Yes, so my twin sister is also a reverend sister. Yes. So we started our journey as children way back in, I wouldn't mention the year, but we were like 3 or 4 years old. Yes. When we started, expressing interest of going to the convent, we didn't know what it was all about. But then we used to see some sisters. They used to come to our house to pray with us. All along, we didn't know what exactly they were doing. But then we admired their way of life, coming to pray with us in the family and all of that. They were friends to the family. So anyway, so we started telling our parents we would like to be sisters. We want to be like these people. when we grow up. And of course, we nurtured the desire. The desire was there. And so we went to, at a point in time, we were separated. My twin sister was staying with an aunt, I was staying with my mother and all that. But we later on came together. But we never, for a single day even said that, oh, we're going to change our minds. No. We came back together when we were in class 3. And then, of course, together we were in school. We went to the same senior high school. We went to St. Francis Girls Secondary School in Jirapa, where we used to pray with the sisters in the convent. We would go to the convent and pray with them and then go back for prep and all that. And these were Franciscan missionaries of Mary. We didn't have the interest of joining this particular group of sisters, but then we wanted to be sisters. That we were sure. So we completed, and then we went to the training college, teachers training college. Then, it is now we call it College of Education. Then it was teachers training college. So we went to the teachers training college, and I don't know whether to say fortunately or unfortunately, we are 7 in the family, 4 boys and 3 girls. Yes. So my senior sister decided to go to the convent, and that broke our hearts in a way, I would say. It kind of discouraged us. That means we wouldn't go to the convent again because they wouldn't allow us. But anyway, we completed the training college, and then we came teaching. And then I told my twin sister, you know what? You should marry and let me go to the convent. And she said, no, you should rather marry and let me go to the convent. And of course, it was a conflict between, the two of us. And we didn't know what exactly to do. But anyway, before then, we were doing our teaching practice in a Muslim-dominated area. I just want to share this with you because, in a way, it will help you. And, of course, these Muslims wanted to convert us to, Islam. They wanted us to become Muslims. And they did all they could. They couldn't. The next thing was, they wanted to marry us. Yes. And we didn't allow them. Yes. They did all they could. When I say they did all they could, to separate us. And what kept us together was the fact that we're always together. You wouldn't see Perpetua and you would see, and then Felicity is not there. We were always together. Because of the intentions they had, we made sure that we worked together to protect each other. And that was how we managed to finish with our teaching practice. And then, of course, we went, and then I said, okay, since you have decided not to marry, me too, I'm not going to marry you because I still have the interest of becoming a sister. And so, I don't know whether to say fortunately or unfortunately, we were posted to the same place to teach. And so we rented a place, we lived together, we used to go for lectures, meetings, charismatic, we were in different societies in the church. And so we're always together. People were complaining, why are you too close? You wouldn't even allow anybody come in, But of course, we knew what we were about. Oh, we want to have a chat with you. You won't give us the chance and all that. But of course, we knew what we wanted. So there came a time when we had to break the news to our parents that we wanted to go to the convent. It was a tug of war. Yes, because my sister was in the convent and we were the only 2 girls left. How were they going to allow the 2 of us to go? Maybe they would say one should go, and who will go? We kept splitting. You, let me go. And of course, nobody was ready to marry. So we had to go to the grotto to pray. We had to do novenas, praying to God to reveal to us if really He wanted us to be religious, to become sisters. And so we're always going there to pray, going for retreats, novenas. And this morning I talked about come and see. We used to go for come and see programs. Okay, there's this congregation organizing, we'll go. Another one, we go and all that. So from there, we realized that the desire was still there. The desire it was even burning. It was a burning desire, to be there. And so we gave ourselves 3 years. That after teaching for 3 years, it's either we go to the university or we make up our minds as to what to do. I said to myself, Perpetua, if you wouldn't marry after 3 years, you can go to the convent. Let me marry. But anyway, our 3rd year, I asked her again, so what is your decision? Final decision before we go and break the news to our parents. She said, I'm not going to marry. I don't think I have the interest for marriage. And I said, well, I don't have it either. Anyway, so we had to go and see a priest. How do we tell our parents that this is what we have in mind? And our spiritual director was the one who kind of, advised us to pray seriously about it and be ready for whatever they are going to tell us. And we did. And then we went, of course, scratching our heads here and there as if there were cockroaches on our heads. Telling our parents, we started with our mother. As soon as we broke the news to my mother, she sighed. I'm not surprised, because even when you were in the womb, you kept talking about it. And then we're like, really? Anyway. But go and tell your father. So we went to our father, and then we told our father about it. He said, oh, is that what you want? We said, yes. Who am I to say you shouldn't go to the convent? God gave you to us. If you want to go and serve him in that life, I'm nobody to say you shouldn't go. You are free. Which congregation are you going in and all that? So, of course, we told him everything. So, in short, this was how our journey began. And we went to the convent together. We did everything together. And today, we are sisters of the Holy Child, Jesus. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sister Anna Adoma. I'm a St. Louis sister from Sisters of St. Louis congregation. Now, how I joined the Sisters of St. Louis. When I was in SS, I was part of the vocation groups in the school. So our director gave us some addresses. And what I got was from the north, Sisters of Mary Immaculate in Wa and then Dafiama. So I used to communicate with them. But then after school, I lost their contacts. So I couldn't communicate with them again. So I told my father, and then he asked. And then St. Louis Sisters was the first congregation that he got. So we visited them. And for me, the first day that I visited them, in fact, they received me well. And I was so happy to be there. So that day I went home, and then I told my father that I would want to be with them. So my father said, okay. My mother wasn't in agreement. She is a Pentecostal, so that one you know. So it wasn't easy for me. So I visited them again, and then they asked me to stay with them for some time. I did. And then I went back. And then when the time came for me to join, I did. Now, what is keeping me is prayer, God's love and his mercy, and then his grace. Thank you.
Jesus. So, as you all know, I'm Sister Mary Ann Matthew. So, I'm a daughter of a military man. So, why did I decide? I'm from Salvation Sisters of St. John Bosco. So, why did I decide to join the congregation? Then in the barracks, my dad is, we have officers and we have other ranks. Other ranks are those that didn't go to higher institution. So my dad didn't get the opportunity to go to secondary school. He just stopped at primary 6, basic 6. So he now joined the army to be able to cater for himself because the dad didn't want him to go to school. So we that stay in the other ranks, we are considered as hopeless people. You know, at times when we go out, when they know that you are coming from barracks, they'll say you are useless. You are this. Even when you succeed, your success will not be counted. So when seeing all these things, when I was growing, I said, I have to change this story. Even if I'm coming out from a place that people said is useless, I have to be useful to people. So, and I was encouraged by my parents. My dad always tells us that we are in the barracks. They used to even tell us that as we are in the barracks, we defense. That's our head. We are fenced inside. We don't even have brains. So we receive so many insults from people. But my parents used to encourage us that we should make a difference because we are Christians. We should make a difference. So when I saw the way things were going on in the barracks, you know, at times girls don't go to university from that other ranks. They don't go to university. They will stop at junior secondary school or senior secondary school. They will marry or they will become pregnant, and the soldier man will say, I'm not the one. Before you know, you have so many children and so many single mothers. So I said, living in the midst of all this, I really have to make a difference. So when I finished my secondary school, I wanted to start. I said I want to go and join a sister congregation. So my auntie, she said, since I'm the first girl, that I shouldn't even say it to my parents because they will not allow it. So I said, if they will not allow it, so let me change. So I wrote, in my country, you have to write an exam before going to. So I wrote one exam for university, and I got the admission. So when I got there, I was thinking that this desire would go off. But see, in university, I was feeling this call. I said, if this call is still here up till now, that's to say I have to decide. So there, in the university, when I saw the way the professors were in our relationship with them, they are too far from us. You don't easily talk with them. You understand? So I said, I want to be a teacher, and I want to be very, very close to my students. I want to be their friend. So I was giving myself, say, this is what I want to be. So at that point, when I said I want to be a teacher, I was trying to drive out this call that I was having. So, and I got to know the Salesians. And I'm cutting everything short because I was working with them. So when I got to know them, I got to know the life of Don Bosco, how he was a friend to the youth. Somebody that believed that in every youth there's something that is good in him. So I went back to my history and said, even when they were telling me that there's nothing good in the barracks, I've become something good. So because of that, I chose the Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco, the congregation, because of what the founder said, that in every youth there's a point, there is something that is good. Nobody is bad. 100%. In everybody, there's something that is good in that person because the image of God is in that person. So, what is keeping me inside? I've always desired to see God. I'm inside because I said the only reward I'm asking that God should allow me to see Him because that's my desire. So as I desire to see Him, I want to draw people with Him so that we will see Him together. So thank you.
How are you, my brothers and sisters? I'm happy to be with you tonight. It's been a while since I came here, and I'm happy that people still think about coming here to become somebody close to God. Even if you don't become priests, sisters, and brothers. Well, my name is Sister Maria Antoinette Salome. from the congregation of the Handmaids of the Divine Redeemer of Accra, the custodians of Accra. If I say custodians, do you understand? We are the Archdiocesan Sisters of Accra. So, my sisters here are renting. They pay us rent. Well, the question was, why did I join the congregation I am in? And what is keeping me? Okay. So, initially, I wasn't supposed to join the Handmaids of the Divine Redeemer of Accra. I was going to join the Holy Cross Sisters because I didn't want to wear habits. I was shy. Then, I met a sister from HDR. My parish, being the first parish in Accra, Sacred Heart Catholic Church, Derby Avenue. We have a lot of HDR sisters in my parish. So one of them saw me and asked, I heard you are going to join the Holy Cross Sisters. I said, yes. She said, no way, it will not happen. You cannot break the chain we have in the parish. So she invited me to the novitiates of the HDRs. I visited there, and then she gave me pen and paper. Right now, you are joining the HDRs. I had no choice. I like them anyway, so I joined them. That's how come I became an HDR. And then what is keeping me? I find joy in the services that I render to God's people. And that's fulfillment that I get. The joy that I get is what is keeping me as a sister. Thank you.
Youth. So my name is Sister Abigail Josephine Aprekun. I belong to the congregation of the Handmaids of the Divine Redeemer of Accra, HDR for short. I do not have any spectacular vocation story. I am a sister because I wanted to be a sister. Why did I join the HDR? Because it's a diocesan congregation. I'm not the type that likes traveling. I didn't want to travel out. I wanted to be in Ghana and eat Ghanaian food. So I decided to choose. So yes, Gobe and Co. My favorite actually is Banku. Yes. Yes, so I joined the HDR because it's a diocesan congregation. And then because of their habit, I just love the style of their habit. That's why I joined them. What is keeping me going? Prayer and the service that I render to God's people. Thank you.
Youth. I guess you know my name. Oh, are you sure? I'm Sister Francisca Esiedia Apia, HDR. Every sister has a surname. Sister is, no, I'm talking about your congregational surname. No, Louis. SSL. SHCJ, that is her surname. This is HDR, HDR, HDR. FMR. FMA. Selection in French, yeah? Oh, okay. So, Handmaids of the Divine Redeemer of Accra, and the initial is HDR. Okay? Handmaids of the Divine Redeemer. So, I am Sister Francisca Esieduapia. Just like my sister said, anyway, I think I can say that how I became a sister, I was just young like you in the primary school. And the sisters, when sister talked to you today about religious life, she mentioned vows and the rest. So some sisters were having their perpetual profession of vows. And I happened to be, at that time, I think I was staying with my auntie at Aguna Swedro. So a lot of sisters came. That was the first time I saw a sister. What are these people? They said they are sisters. What do? Oh, they don't marry. I said, oh, then I want to be one of them. Oh, yes. And they said, they don't marry or they don't make babies. I said, then me too, I will not marry, I will not make babies. So, I was in the primary school by then. But that's what I said, I kept it. And I developed interest for the life. Though I didn't know what they actually do. All I know is I want to be a sister. Because of that, when I go to school, they ask us to write an essay. Write the work I would like to do in future. I write, I want to be a Catholic sister. That's all. That's all that I knew. Until I was growing, I got the understanding of everything. I saw some of the sisters. Normally, they organize aspirant retreat, like sister said, every year. So when you go, then they explain a lot of things to you. So I got the understanding what I need to do. I have to go to school and all those things. So every year I was going, I was learning a lot from whatever. Let me tell you, I attended aspirant retreat for 10 good years. The 10th year I entered the convent, even that I was supposed to report the very day that they were also finishing the aspirant retreat, 15th August. And I had to report, so I had no option than to stay, pack, and then go on that Saturday. So what I will say is, I don't have any special story. I saw sisters' vows, and I developed love for it, and I kept it. I did not just say it and then left it. I met a lot of opposition. My mother didn't have a problem with that, but other people had. Why? Why are you allowing your daughter to go and become a sister? They say they don't marry. Your daughters, they are not even giving birth to children. My sisters, one had one child, the other one had 2 boys, the other one had a boy and a girl. So the woman told my mother that maybe this one will make a lot of grandchildren for you, and you are allowing her to go. Then my mother said, but if that is what she wants, I didn't have problem with my mother concerning my vocation. So it was easier for me. And I don't think I have regretted. Neither had my mother regretted allowing me to become a sister. She is very happy. If I tell her today I don't want to be a sister again, she will not be happy with me. She's happy and I'm also happy. What is keeping me is grace and mercy. Community life is something I love so much. I want to be with people. And I love the work that this vocation has allowed me to do. I'm a teacher. And I think, yes, one is there. Another one is there. Good. Yes. So, they are my students at Pope John. I love the youth. And I think the congregation has offered me a lot of opportunity to interact with a lot of youth. And that keeps me going. I'm over 50 years. And yes, because when you decide to give your life to God and you serve Him, He takes good care of you. He takes good care of you. Those of you who want to be chasing the men, they will let you grow old. They will let you grow old. Don't mind them. Jesus knows how to take care of us. So, see, we all have our calling. So when you feel called, don't let somebody deceive you that it is not for you. Let me tell you, if marriage life is for you, and you run away and you come here, God will call you back. That is why sometimes you will hear that somebody has become a priest, a sister, and she has left. That is not your call. And if you belong here And you tell your God that, hey, please, this is a missed call. Me, I want to marry you. You will regret it. So when you feel it, just pray about it. Pray about it. And sister talked about spiritual direction. It's very, very important. Have a spiritual director, a priest you trust, a sister you trust, somebody who is strong in the faith, whom you know can journey with you, not just somebody else. So if you have any problem, you can go and share. The person can direct you, advise you as to what to do and where to go to. Okay? It helps. It really helps. So all that I will say is grace that is keeping us. So keep praying. If it is your call, God will let you in. If marriage is for you, remember, if it is for you, you will be the happiest married woman, happiest married man. But grow. Don't rush to go and get married. If not, you will not be happy. You rush. You go and experiment. You experiment and you remain there. Like you will break your leg and you remain there. Don't. Okay? Let God lead you in your life. Amen.
Thank you very much, sisters. I think I'm also a twin, but the second one didn't come. I left him in my mother's womb. Yes. And our order, God willing, when we ordained, we will join OM. So that's our surname. God willing. Next year, we will join the OM. Order of Melchizedek. So please, questions for our sisters. Straightforward. Go straight to the point, short and brief. Okay. Short and brief.
Okay, please, I beg. I'm serious. Please, my question goes to Sister Felicity. Yes. Please, I don't see your twin sister with you. So please, he said you always move together. So at this time, I'm not seeing her beside. So I want to know where is she.
Thank you. So we'll pick 3 of them and the sisters will address them. Okay. Come.
I want to ask the sister in blue-black vestments that.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So in the morning we were not here. So we heard about their patron saints and what inspired their patron saint to bring out that community. So we want to hear about it.
Thank you. The last person for the 3. Okay. The girls are not asking. No.
Please, I want to know what happens to those who are called but don't go, but refuse.
Those who have called, those who God has called but don't go and have refused. So, Sir Felicity, you start for us.
Okay, so my twin sister is in Bolgatanga. Yes. The fact is that we were always together when we were not yet sisters. When we became sisters, of course, they had to separate us. Wherever my services are needed, they can send me. Wherever her services are needed, they can send her. we must not be together to do God's work. Do you understand it? But before we came in order to protect ourselves, just so that no man comes to, change our minds and all that, we're always together. Is that okay? I'm fine. I'm okay. Without her being here, I'm okay. And she's also fine there. I'm happy. Okay? Once in a while, we meet. Yes, we go for meetings. And when I go for holidays too, sometimes we meet in the village. We are together. But of course, we are not always together. Not always. They are fortunate. They are just, maybe they came for a program.
Example. I am a sister like this. You are seeing us today. But she is in different place. I'm also in different place. I am in Eastern region. She is in Western region. Far. But it's a program that brought us together here today. So that is it.
Okay. Okay. My founder is a Frenchman, a priest from France. In fact, when he was a young man, he was a philosopher. And then at his time, there was this French Revolution. And then for him, when he was growing up, he realized that the Catholic faith was no more. So for him, he decided to look for the truth. Though a philosopher, but he was also thinking of getting closer to God, to know more about him, so that he could also share with his fellow youths or young people. So he met one woman called Louise Human. She's also a French woman. So this woman took him through the faith, teaching him, giving him Bibles to read, and then he'll be sharing with him. So through his studies with this woman, he got to know the truth about God. So he decided that he has suffered. He didn't know God from beginning. So now that he has come to know him, he also try and then share with the other people. So he founded this men congregation, and then they were fathers of St. Louis. But unfortunately, they couldn't survive. So the sisters survived, and then through his inspiration, for him, he is Louis, or Louis, French, Louis. They don't pronounce the last letter, Louis. But then he didn't name the congregation after him. He named the congregation after Saint Louis, King of France. He was a married man. He had so many children. But this man, when he became a king, there was this gap between the rich and the poor. But for him, he wanted to break that gap. So he stood in for the poor people in his community. And then when our founder, Louis Bolton, founded the congregation, he took up from this king. So this king became our patron saint for the congregation. And for us, the aim was to bring back the Catholic faith to the young people, and then to also console, and then to take care of the poor. So that was the initial aim to found this congregation. But now we have so many other ministries. We have nurses, we have teachers. I am a fashion designer. So we have other ministries now. So that is the brief story that I can say for now.
Yeah. The last person said, you are asking if God calls you and you don't respond, what will happen? You see, we are all called to different vocations. God has his plans for us. So something that is for you, if you deviate, you know what happens. Even in the exam, when they give you question and you are supposed to answer, and you don't give the correct answer to the question, what happens? You get it wrong. And if you get it wrong, is it a pass? Yes. So you should understand that God has his plans for us. So if we decide to go our own way, with whatever God has for us, we may not be able to what? Get it. Okay? But if we are able to walk according to the plan of God for us, everything goes on smoothly for us. You can force yourself to also become a sister or a priest, and you will not be a happy priest. You will not be a good priest. You will not be a good sister because you have forced yourself to be there. But if it is for you, you will see, you are there and people are coming. You see, you find joy in the work that you are doing. You find joy in your religious life, in your priesthood, in your brotherhood, in your marital life. But that is why you need to pray, so that you will realize God's plan for you. But not just as I want to marry you. God, I want a TikTok man, hairy man, the one that has money, can buy me a car. No. If you do that, you may end up getting a poor man who will be using you as a punching bag as well. Okay. So please, pray so that God will direct you, so that you can choose your right vocation. Have you seen that we came here? We are talking about every stage of life that the church has for us. So that when you are choosing, you don't just get up and choose something, but rather allow God to direct you. Listen, if you hear his voice, do not harden your heart. Okay? Just respond. Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will. So that if it is a husband, responsible one will come. A wife, good one. Pope John Boys, I used to tell them, those of you who will not listen, when you go and marry, your wife will be beating you.
Sister Felicity.
Thank you very much.
Sister Felicity, please, are your brothers priests or they are married? Are they married or they are priests? They are married.
We are married. We are married. Yeah, I'm married to the church. So please, we have a short minutes. We take 2 questions and we are done. Sorry, prepare for the next section. 2 questions. If there's no questions, shall we show appreciation to our sisters? So, we prepare ourselves for adoration. Let's prepare ourselves for adoration. So again, those who led us in the music this morning, you can kindly take the corner there for us so that you help us with some songs. Those who helped us with some music, kindly take the corner for us so I help us with some songs. So sisters, thank you very much for joining us. We very much appreciate your time and we love you. Let's all stand. Let us stand. Let us stand. Let us stand. Let us stand. Let's raise our hands up. Let's raise our hands up. Up, 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 up. Open. Wide, wide, open, clap, open, clap, open, clap, open, clap. So I hope we've clapped sleeping out of us. So when we are praying, kindly be active and sing. Kindly be active and sing. So shall we kneel whilst Father bring the... Shall we kneel?
Bella Fremont Auxilium Daro Bofe Auxilium Unitre no que Domino Caesar Paterna Gloria qui vitam sine termino nobis donet in patria. So, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, it is our wish to see Jesus. We want to see Jesus. Jesus is here with us, soul and divinity. Jesus, who tells us in the gospel reading today, I am the bread of life. The bread of life, Jesus Christ, the I am, is here. He has taken his seat among us. He is the one who has been with us from the beginning of this day, when we rose, when we went out there to jog, when we took our bath, he was with us. When we had breakfast, Jesus was with us. When we came in to have the Holy Eucharist, the Mass, Jesus was here with us to feed us with his body and his blood. Jesus has been with us throughout the day, giving us various talks, various speeches through our sisters, through married couples, through our priests. Jesus wants to end the day with us. Before we go to sleep, let us thank Jesus for all that he has done for us. I want you to thank Jesus. Thank Jesus. Look at him and thank him. Tell Jesus, Jesus, I thank you for all that you have done for me today. Just look at him and thank him. Don't be ungrateful. Look at Jesus and thank him. You don't need to shout, but just look at him and thank him. Jesus, I thank you. Just look at him and thank him. Thank him for all that he has done for you. Some of you, you have not been well, but Jesus has been with you and has given you the strength to go through the programs. For some of you, you have missed home, but Jesus has been with you and has assured of his presence. Why don't you thank him? Thank him. We take a song of thanksgiving from our music ministry. And we all join in singing this song of thanksgiving.
We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we
Let's sing together. Don't keep quiet. Let's all of us sing together. Let's tell Jesus he is wonderful.
You are worthy, O Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh, you are wonderful.
You are wonderful.
Oh, you are worthy.
You are worthy.
You are wonderful.
You are wonderful. You are worthy, O Lord.
Ancients of days,
As old as you are,
as old as you are,
as old as you are,
oh,
you remain the same.
oh, ancients of days,
Ancient of days,
oh,
as old as you are, as old as you are, you remain the
oh,
same.
ancients of days,
As old as you
as
are,
old as you are,
as old as you are,
oh,
you remain the
ancients of
same.
days,
Ancient of days,
oh,
as old as you are, as old as you are, you remain the same.
among the gods, who is like thee? You are glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders. Hallelujah. Among the gods,
Thank the Lord for what he has been doing for you. Thank the Lord for bringing you here to see Jesus. Thank the Lord for the word that has been given to you. Show appreciation to Jesus. Glorify him and worship him. Jesus is here with us. This is Jesus, the bread of life. I am the bread of life, Jesus tells us. And Jesus is here. Let us worship him. Let us adore him.
Oh,
Sing and show appreciation to Jesus. Thank him. Don't keep your mouth shut. Now let us remain quiet. Wherever you are, whatever posture you want to take, don't look at the one close to you. Don't feel shy. If you want to sit, if you want to lie prostrate, Jesus is here with us. Otherwise, the kneeling is enough. Let us show reverence to Jesus. Let us acknowledge Jesus, our God who is here, the bread of life who is here. Now, we have been asking to see him, and he's here. He has made himself available. He is here with us. And this is how he chose to be with us. He comes to us in the form of bread so that we can feel him, we can see him, we can touch him. He is here. Whatever posture you want to take to show respect to Jesus, take that posture. As I said, if you want to lie down prostrate, don't forget that in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 2, verse 11, when the wise men saw Jesus, the baby Jesus, they lie down prostrate. Wise men. And we even call them kings. They lie down prostrate before baby Jesus. And Jesus is here with us. So what posture do you want to take? When you see Jesus, what posture would you want to take? There's a story of this old woman who was not even a Catholic. And she says that if Catholics believe that Jesus is indeed in the bread of life, as for her, she would crawl and cross the road in front of her house and enter the church. So if Jesus is here, and we believe that Jesus is here, let us give him that reverence which is due him. Show that reverence to Jesus. Like this old woman, like the wise men who prostrated themselves on the floor. I will worship you, lift you high above the earth and the heavens. I will worship you, lift you high above the earth and the heavens. You are Lord, you are Lord, yes you are. I will praise your name, lift you high above the earth and the heavens. I will praise your name, lift you high above the earth and the heavens. You are Lord, you are Lord, you are Lord, yes you are. Worship Jesus, worship him and praise him. Worship him, worship him. Don't be ungrateful. Jesus is here. I want you to worship him. My dear brother, my dear sister, worship Jesus and praise him. This is why we are here. We say we want to see Jesus. We used to see Jesus and we have seen Jesus. Jesus is here, the bread of life. Worship him, praise him, glorify him, magnify his name. Magnify his name, lift his name on high. Lift his name on high, on high. Jesus, we worship you, we adore you, we glorify you. for coming to us in this form. There's this hymn in the Catholic hymn number 103. You can take your hymn now, and I want us to sing. And as we sing, we reflect on the words. If you can sing without the hymn book, you sing along. But let us listen to the words of this hymn. Now listen to the words. If you are not able to sing, just listen to the words in this hymn. And that should explain to you and tell you what we are doing now and why we are here.
O bread of heaven, beneath this veil, that has my very God concealed, my Jesus, dearest treasure, hail. I love you and adore you. Each loving soul by you is fed with your own self in form of bread.
Rodali, just sing, just read it. Read the text. Rodali, read it for us. Let's listen.
O food of life that you do give.
Just the first stanza. The first stanza.
O bread of heaven, beneath this view, that has my very God concealed, my Jesus, dearest treasure, hail. I love you and adoring kneel. Each loving soul by you is fed with your own self in form of bread.
Beautiful. So this is the bread of heaven. Our God is concealed in this bread of heaven. God is here with us. Christian, strike the key for the second stanza.
O food of life that you do give, the pledge of immortality. I live not, it's not I that live. God gives me life, God lives in me. Each last my soul, He guides my ways, and every grief with joy repeats.
Rodali, read it. Read the second stanza.
O food of life that you do give, the pledge of immortality. I live, no, it's not I that live. God gives me life, God lives in me. He feeds my soul, He guides my ways, and every grief with joy repeats.
So the Lord who lives in us, the Lord who guides our ways, the Lord who gives us joy when we are in sorrow, He is the one with us here. Christian, give us the key.
O bond of love which does unite the servants to His saving Lord, called I believe and not regret, such loved and dead when needs reward. I cannot live unless
to prove some love for such unmeasured love.
O bond of love, which thus unite the servant to his living Lord, could I dare live and not requite such love than death were meet reward? I cannot live unless to prove some love for such unmeasured love.
I cannot live unless to prove some love for such unmeasured love. I hope we understand that. We cannot live unless to prove some love for such unmeasured love. That Jesus Christ comes to die for us, that Jesus Christ comes to give himself to us. This is a love, that unmeasured love. And we have to prove that in our life. Let's take the last stanza.
Beloved Lord, in heaven above, the Jesus is awaiting me to look on you with changeless love. Yes, 'cause I hope thus shall it be. For can he deny me heaven, who here on earth himself has given? Beloved Lord in heaven above, there Jesus is awaiting me.
Jesus is awaiting for us
To
in heaven.
look on you with changeless love.
To look on him with changeless love.
Yes, thus I hope that shall it be.
Yes, thus I hope that shall it be.
For how can he deny me heaven,
For how, listen to this, for how can he deny me heaven,
who here on earth himself has given?
who here on earth himself has given? So on earth we receive Jesus. He gives us himself. And in heaven we shall surely see him in heaven. My dear brother, my dear sister, at this moment, just remain quiet. Wherever you are, just remain quiet. Don't say anything. Let your heart meet Jesus, heart to heart. And if possible, just look at him and let your heart communicate with him. We are about to end this session of our program, the adoration, and this time with Jesus. But I want you to allow Jesus to speak to your heart. We have spoken to him, we have sung to praise him, and I want us to allow him to speak to our heart. Before you go to sleep, let Jesus speak to you. Jesus is calling you to do something. Your vocation will be known in this voice of Jesus. He's calling you. He wants you to do something for him. Perhaps he wants you to be a priest. He wants you to be a brother. He wants you to be a sister. He wants you to be a married man or woman. But you have to listen to his call. Don't follow your own call. Don't call yourself. Allow Jesus to call you. So just remain quiet. Remain quiet. Don't say anything. Don't fidget. Don't fidget. Don't let the mosquitoes disturb you. Allow them to bite you for once. So just be quiet. Just be quiet and allow Jesus to talk to you. At this moment, just kneel. All of us should kneel and let us have our gaze on Jesus. Don't drag your chair, just kneel. Kneel and have your gaze on Jesus. He's coming to touch you, He's coming to bless you. So after the blessing, we are supposed to go back to our rooms to rest and to sleep. Apart from those who have some other activities to do, let us remain quiet as much as possible. Don't go to your room and play with your phone. Jesus will continue to talk to you so that you listen to his voice. Who knows, that may be the call for you, and that is how you are to respond if you remain quiet. But if you talk, you may not hear his voice well. So let us remain quiet. Have your gaze on Jesus. Jesus is coming to bless you.
So as Father said, we should keep what? Silence. So we are moving to our room silently and we are going to sleep. It's 10:31. The moment you get to your room, change into your pajamas or 90 and sleep. Good night to all of you.